Spread out. The artifact should be here somewhere.
Oh hey, perfect! Maybe he knows where it is. Oh, okay, never mind. This, my friends, is Raid Shadow Legends, one of the most ambitious RPG projects of 2019. Raid is the most immersive and impressive experience you can find on a smartphone, and that's a scientific fact! Raid Shadow Legends is the total package, complete with an amazing storyline, awesome 3D graphics, giant boss fights, PvP battles, and hundreds of champions to collect and customize. Look at this guy and tell me you don't love him! Raid's special launch tournament is happening right now, and it's getting big real fast. So go to the description of this video and download Raid only through my link to get 50,000 silver immediately. And here's the coolest part, you'll also be automatically entered into their special launch tournament, where you can compete with me at ConnerTheWaffle and other players for crazy in-game prizes and physical prize packs. So download the game, fight some dragons, and let's start the video. Other companies ripping off popular Nintendo games is a pretty common practice by now. Nintendo has a really great track record of making games people really want to play, and other companies want in on that success. We get that. But what if Nintendo started ripping off Nintendo? What? That's where the Nintendo Wii comes in. The Nintendo Wii, a console that had a lot of crappy games on it. For every great game, there were at least 20 shovelware games that followed. There were so many Mario Kart, Mario Party, and Smash Bros ripoffs, just to name a few. But on the console that had those actual games. Like, why should I play M&M Kart Racing when I could just play Mario Kart? Well, that's what we're here to check out today. Nintendo ripoff games on the Nintendo Wii. So a great way to check out some Wii games is to head to the Wii Shop channel and aww. That's right. Alright, let's find a different approach to this. Wii Party! Do you like Mario Party? As well as hate Mario Party? Well, this is the game for you. Oh, you are terrifying! Hello, and welcome to Game Board Island. Well, it's nice to meet you, big-mouthed host wearing a top hat and holding a microphone. Where have I seen this exact look before? Nah, I'm sure it's nothing. So in this game, you play Mario Party, but as Mii's. You roll dice, move on the board, and play mini-games. To be completely fair, the game is okay. The word Wii is in the title, so I assume Nintendo would want there to be some quality to the game if they're going to slap the name of the console right on the cover. The main issue with the game is that it's so lifeless. It's a party game, but that's it. The boards are vapid and empty, and the mini-games are technically games, and that's all there is to it. Mario Party is fun because everything feels alive. The boards and spaces all have character, the mini-games usually have a reference to a Mario game. It's not just a jungle. The prices for both Mario Party 8 and Wii Party, though, are pretty much the same, so I don't know what to tell you. Oh, but don't worry, because it gets much worse. This is Kokoto Kart Racer, featuring kid versions of the nightmare creatures you see in your dreams. So we start off by choosing our favorite nightmare. We got Kokoto, Shiny, Baggy, Gekkill, Turtellini. Yeah, okay, let's just go with Little Satan over here. Hey Kokoto, what you thinking about? Oh, you know, demon stuff. So the game is just your average to below average run-of-the-mill kart racer. It functions! It's not that bad, it's not that good. There's nothing special about it. It's simply a kart racer. I will admit though, the stages are really unique. They're all really wacky and spooky looking, fitting in perfectly with the game's characters, who are all cartoony monsters. So A+ in that department, but F- in the I want to have a peaceful sleep tonight department. Okay, here's Family Party 30 Great Games. Yeah, here's a little life tip. If someone or something needs to tell you that it's great, it means it sucks. What's with this pointer, and why does it look like an abstract art project? You know we're in trouble already if they're messing the pointer up. We've got a pretty stacked roster of characters to choose from. We've got Ness, Paula, Ness's mom, Kirito, Sailor Moon, and Grandma! Oh, come on, I know you make some good cookies, but will you really win in a fight against Ness? What we have here is Mario Party, but without the board section of the games. So, just mini-games. A bunch of really crappy American Ninja Warrior mini-games. You can't have Grandpa be hopping around this obstacle course. He has a fragile hip and oh, there he goes. All of these games are super simple. They all boil down to just shaking the Wii Remote and nunchuck while occasionally hitting the A button. It's not good. Couldn't. Mario pretty much made what 3D platformers are today. Good. So if you have a bad 3D platformer on a console that houses Mario, that's just utterly disrespectful. Such is the case with Ninja Bread Man. He is a ninja gingerbread man who platforms. The game is very reminiscent of Bubsy 3D, which isn't the most flattering thing you want to be compared to. It's a literal platformer, jumping around and that's it. That's what Mario was, right? What more do you want from us? This is truly the definition of shovelware Wii crap. Stock music, stock sound effects, stock visuals, stock gameplay, stocks. If you're going to put a platformer on the same console as Mario Galaxy, you gotta have something there. What you're seeing is all there is to the game. There's no story, no new areas, just jumping around this cookie world. You can also beat the entire game in less than 20 minutes. So, despite being painful, at least it's painfully short. So here's how production of this next game probably went. A group of people were sitting around one day thinking to themselves, Wii Sports and Wii Play are pretty popular, but I bet we could do it better. Then they made a game called Game Party. Like 5 of them or something. And they all sucked! So just like Wii Play and Wii Sports, Game Party is meant to show off the fun you and your family can have with motion controls, with great games like beer pong, croquet, and moving basket. You know you could just call it basketball, right? It's not illegal to do it. I just said the word basketball. Now it's time to choose our character. We can select from one of the many generic multi-ethnic group of youngsters there is. You can customize their look if you really want to do that. I personally don't because it's a huge waste of time. So our first game is washing dishes. Great, just what every kid wants in their Nintendo Wii game. But wait, these aren't dishes, they're people? Okay, so you ever play that old school arcade game Tapper, where you need to fill up beer and throw them to customers on this conveyor belt type bar? Well, that's this game, but in first person. So it's worse. Seriously, look at how ugly this game is. I understand that graphics for a game that came out in 2009 aren't as powerful as a game from 1983, but come on, is this really the best you could do? Also, why is there an alien here? Go back to Mars. Or Uranus. Here's whack-a-mole, excuse me. Smack a troll. You just gotta slam the Wii Remote down in a hammer-like motion. Sounds easy, right? Well, apparently not, because this is the hardest thing in the world. I only hit the trolls whenever the game decides to feel like it. Up next is beer pong. Yeah, I think you've already had one too many. And you think this game is gonna be good? They can't even program whacking a plastic troll correctly. You think throwing a ping pong ball into a cup is gonna fare any better? No, it doesn't. I could be more accurate playing real-life beer pong while drunk, wearing a blindfold, driving a go-kart through a hurricane inside of a Sharknado! True story. I don't even know what this game is. You throw darts in the air, and it controls like garbage. What kind of family barbecue is this? Just throw the football around or something! Not play floor darts. They don't look too impressed. Okay, so we've clearly looked at a lot of, well, crap today, that's pretty obvious. So let's end things on a fairly positive note. Whether or not you think this next game sucks is up to personal tastes, as opposed to Game Party, which factually and objectively is terrible. Here we have Little King's Story, the Pikmin game you may have never known about. Pikmin is one of those game series that Nintendo doesn't always make a priority, like F-Zero, Metroid, etc. So, since Nintendo is being neglectful, I'm all for another company picking up the slack and giving that game style a go. The game's introduction is incredibly charming, told in this storybook-like fashion. The story of the game is that you take control of a young, timid boy who one day finds a mysterious crown, which gives him the power to charm villagers and make them follow orders. And as new king, it's your job to make the townspeople happy, as well as expand and protect your kingdom. The game is super fun. You'll go out and adventure the world and command your Pikmin, or villagers, to farm food, dig for treasures, and fight enemies. The game is just so charming, exactly like Pikmin. The innocent characters, the cute style, the fun gameplay. I'm surprised this game hasn't gotten more attention over the years. There's so much to keep you occupied here. All the RPG elements with giving your kingdom subjects certain jobs and titles, like farmer or fighter, that will help out during exploration. Creating and expanding your kingdom. This is like Pikmin on steroids. Seriously, this is how you rip off a Nintendo game on a Nintendo console. Creating your own unique and special twist on a franchise that could use a little bit of a resurrection. Not make Mario Kart for the 1,000,000th time! Anyway, that's all I got for today. The Nintendo Wii is always such an interesting adventure with its vast library of games. You never know what you're gonna find. A rip-off, an underrated gem. You just never know. But if the Wii has taught us anything today, it's that you should never trust anyone. Not even yourself.